Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be having a look at
the dustbin. It's full of rubbish.
yeah. And today we're going to kick off with today's featured artist, who is the amazingly talented and cool Leela. Blue Reality. This is Glass Wall. Boom. All right, enough. Calm down. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Good to see you all. Oops, it's going to keep playing. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe to Leela. There's a link up the top in the chat. You can see it. Pinned link sitting up the top. You can go and check out her debut single, which she's released via the Song Whip link. Or you can go and click her link tree and go and check out the rest of her stuff. Yes, her YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. Hope you're all doing well. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. And today, as I said, we're going to be playing around with some rubbish, some complete garbage. We're going to be fossicking around in bins and all that kind of stuff with a really cool app from Caelum Audio. And it's really, really ace, man. Let's say hello to everyone here. We can jump straight in and play around with this funky little free app. Did I mention that? Did I mention that it is absolutely free?
No money, zero cost. Lovely.
Yes, absolutely free. Hello, Thomas Christ. Hello, SM Borthwick. Hello, Leela, Reality. Hello to Auntie G. You've got a single coming out soon, I think, as well. Also, when is that out? Can you put that in the chat when your new single's coming out, Auntie G? Who else? Audible Video's here. Guess what, everybody? It's Audible Video's birthday today. He's 35, going on 93, and let's do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Audible Video.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Audible Video. August 1st is Auntie G's song coming out, so thank you for that. Thank you for updating me on that. We shall feature it here. Hello, Valerie. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Russ8889. Wish I could say the same for you, but whatever. Andy Goldsby, what's going on? Hello, Panda Cat. Hope you're doing well as well. Welly. Hello to everybody who's here. If I've missed you, I'm scrolling to make sure I haven't missed anyone. I think I've got everybody. Scott Borthwick, got you, Scotty Borthwick. All right, let's look at price drops. There's a bunch of price drops, it looks like, today. Man, Nembrini's decided to drop the hammer on some apps. What do you think? This wasn't here when I went to sleep, and it is now. Looks like all of Nembrini's apps are half price. There you go. So if there's a Nembrini app that you are waiting to collect, you've been sitting there doing this, going, ha, 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 one day I will get you, my pretty. Today's that day. I don't know how long they're on sale for, but look, it looks like it's every single Nembrini app, Doubler, the whole lot of them. All of them. It's so many of them, it's taking up the first page of App Sliced. And look, even on the second page, there's even more and more and more and more and more. Good stuff. Don't forget, Synthmaster 2 is still on sale. Synthmaster 1 and 2 still on sale. Sampletron's on sale. Call Gaps are still all on sale as well, if that's your boat. There you go. But today, let's not talk about sales. Let's talk about free stuff, because this came out and it's absolutely stinking free. It is called Dustbin. It is by Caelum Audio. And you know what? It is an absolute crap ton of fun. And that's what we want from an app. Something that's not too serious, doesn't take itself too serious, because this was released to celebrate International Joke Day. And for a bit of fun, a bit of a joke, a bit of a hee hee ha ha titter titter boom boom bang bang boom. Boom. This has been dropped. So it's worth your while to go grab it, because as you'll see, it's not just for drums. I think a lot of people thought maybe just for drums, but you could create some really interesting sounds with it across a whole plethora of instruments. And I'm going to run through them today for you. But first, I'm just going to take a moment to have a sip from the Unt mug. And if you didn't know, the Unt is available. We have merch. This is the Unt mug. If you would like to be an Unt, it's the perfect decorative piece to have around your house, except if you've got kids. You can do that. And I think if I do this and go M, does that work? There you go. There's the merch link. Oh, you beat me to it, Thomas. What the hell? I thought I'd beat Thomas. You're a legend, Thomas. All right, so what is Dustbin, man? What is Dustbin? I didn't even have a drink from Unt mug. The Dustbin. What is a dustbin? For those of you in the US, hello Mix Club. For those of you in the US, a dustbin is a rubbish bin. Yeah, and as you can see by the picture here, it is a big wheelie bin. They've got a whole collection of names. Dustbin in the UK, or a wheelie bin, or a garbage can, as you would in the US, or we call them a rubbish bin here in Australia. So basically what this thing does is it simulates the inside of a wheelie bin. I know, right? How cool. So if you've ever thought, you know what my guitar needs? It needs to be put inside a wheelie bin. This is your app. This is absolutely your app. And it's a lot of fun. So we'll open it up in AUM. I have yesterday's project we looked at when we looked at Phosphat from Clevegrand, and we threw this on our drums in Hammerhead. So I've got this project here, and what I've done is just add a dustbin to the end of the chain. And here it is at the end of the chain here. And or a trash can. There's another one. But look, definitely this isn't trash. This is a shitload of fun. Plenty of garbage for everybody. So we're going to hit play on this. And Simple says, I have a few guitars that need to be put in the wheelie bin. Thanks, Leela. Thanks for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Where's my graphic? Where's my graphic? It's supposed to appear right there for super chats. Where is it? Should we give it some time? I don't think it's going to happen today. It's turned on. Is it turned on? It's turned on. Amazing. Alerts really slow. They're not. There it is. It doesn't even have any sound. Where's the sound gone from my little thing? Ridiculous, man. Why do I pay for that shit? That's a joke. Anyway, so here is the wheelie bin. This is what it looks like. It's a really simple app. Everything's in schematics. It's very clever. So we've got the schematics of a bin. I love it. And it decides the mix. This is your mix up and down here. So how much of the bin is actually being used? You go all the way up to the lid. Touch the lid all the way to the top of the lid. You can decide the cavity here. You can how much of the cavity. And you've got an A and B for cavity mix there. Then you can go with the size, and you can see here the diagram points out the size is like the width of the bin. So, and you can go all the way up to 500%. That's pretty wild. Of course, because it's made for International Joke Day. So lots of fun there. You've got your output over here. You've got a gain up the top. You even get an EQ for your bin, and this is really clever as well. You get to choose from 3 different microphone types. You've got a dynamic, a condenser, and a ribbon mic. So if you've ever wanted to own an expensive ribbon mic and then throw it into a wheelie bin, there you go. And you can change the position of it too. So from the edge, the cone, or the center of the bin. Nice stuff. I mean, what's really interesting, I'd love to know who from Caelum Audio actually had to climb inside the wheelie bin to record these sounds, to get these sounds, yeah? Wouldn't have liked to have been that person to get that job. But let's introduce it here. So I'll just hit the init patch. We'll hit the init, and we'll start this drum beat playing. So, if you remember from yesterday, all these drums actually have, the new guy, says Thomas. All of these have phosphat on each individual track to spice them up. So we've got a nice sound there. Shall we introduce the bin? So straight off the bat, what I really like about this, if you're think about this, if you're using this in Cubasis, or and you've got like a section of a song where, think about, the first Björk album, I think, is it, I can't remember the first song that plays. She's in a club and she's moving around the club and disappears, and you can kind of hear the sound change as she's moving around the club. This would be really cool to automate this sound going from, and to gradually fade that sound in. Really cool. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll run first through the presets and hear what these do, and then we'll have a mess around. So this is the initial patch. Heavy. Now what you got to appreciate here, folks, is the names of the presets. Bin and tonic. Bin and tonic, hey? We've got blow your lid drums here. So a bit of a deeper sound. And you'll notice the low end has been really pumped up on this one. We've got a deep cavity. A crunchy mayonnaise guitar. And we'll put this on some guitar soon. Hazardous Kicks. Absolutely, Andy. I love the blueprint. It's very clever. It's very cute. This one's called I Feel Rubbish. Hey, what's going on? Jim Shannon on sounds. This is My Bin Runneth Over mix. The next of bin. Get it? Yuck, 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 yuck. Since you've been gone. Awesome. Trash Bandicoot. Oh man. Lots of fun. Very, very cool. Trash metal. Yeah, if you're into dad's jokes, this is wild. But it is made for International Joke Day. That's the fun bit about it. This is Trash Test Dummy Bass. That's the one thing I haven't added on here, any bass. We'll add some bass onto this as well. We'll get some bass happening. Maybe we'll throw it on Agonizer or something. Waste Management Drums. Really good guitar. How are you going, JDL? Good to see you. So that's the last one. That's really good guitar. Really good guitar for catching rabbits. Awesome. It's really fun. Let's go back to our initial patch and show you what everything does to this beat. So we'll start with our EQ. We've got a low, so we can take out the lows. A double click brings everything back. We got mids. And we got some highs to give it some crispiness. This is where it gets interesting because the cavity. Let's have a look at the cavity, which is over here. Now that, I have to admit, it really does sound like the inside of a bin. Not that I've lived in a bin. Maybe we can ask Oscar the Grouch. How cool is that, man? Interesting. So we can take out the mix here. Give it a, so this is your dry and wet mix. Let's add some size to it. It's interesting. It's almost like a pitch shifter when you add size to it. It depends on the cavity as well. So in conjunction with the cavity is where you're going to get kind of almost like a pitch shifting effect. And you can hear when we pull it down, this would be really interesting running an LFO on it. Hey, what's going on, Hugh Caldwell? So we got no size on this. That's what she said. With a big cavity. Man. And then we got these different microphones here, so we can change to a condenser. And we've got this ribbon mic, or you can turn off the mic. Yeah, automating the size. Like this. With an LFO on there, sounds really cool. I'm just doing it like this because I can't be bothered loading an LFO, so. Let's put a mic back on. So you can hear the difference of adding a microphone in there. And basically, it's like an IR loader pretty much. It's essentially an IR loader for a bin, you know? So, and yes, all the parameters are absolutely open up here. So yes, parameters open. So wonderful stuff for using here in AUM or using in Cubasis. Unfortunately, not for you if you're using GarageBand, because they just don't offer that stuff, do they? So yeah, plenty of support here to mess around with all of your parameters. And you've got everything in here: the mic position, the mic type, the gain, low, mids, everything's in there, so you can mess around with it. Hook up as I said, hook up an LFO, whatever you like. It's up to you. Yeah, good stuff. So that's cool. But that's it. Relatively simple app. You do have the mic position here. So if we start playing here, what's cool is you can access the mic position from here, just with a quick click or a flick. You can change where the mic sits in the garbage bin. Here we go. Audible Video says that's a lot of trash talk. I've got Peppy on the quick button today. So we've got a center, we've got a cone, and an edge for the position of the microphone. Really cool, very interesting app, and you know it's absolutely free, so you got nothing to lose. And add some spice to your drums, clearly. But let's open up another project here, which I organized previously, Dustbin, and I've got a whole bunch of things in here to mess around with it and see what it does with some guitar, see what it does with some piano and drums and stuff like that. See what we can create. Because first, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a microphone, I'm going to grab a handheld, nothing too fancy. So we've got a SM58 here just for fun, and just give it some volume. Hello. Hey. We've got some volume here. We'll crank it up a little bit. I'm sure it's going to add a fair bit of volume to this mix. Let's add this here. And now I'm absolutely positive that some of this will sound shit and some of it will sound fun. So we're on the initial patch here. Hey. Whoa. Whoa, yeah. If you've ever wanted to sound like you're in the bottom of a bin, this is the way you do it. This is the way you do it. Now that's really basic. You can see there's a lot of bass on there. We can bring. Oh, hello. Sounds like I'm singing in a bin, baby. crunchy mayonnaise guitar. So you can hear on the mic what this is doing. So we've got a bit of crunch in here. So it is quite possible to create some distortion, which is going to be interesting when I grab a guitar. La 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 la, row! Interesting for some like gravelly metal kind of vocals, you know, because if you normally add some distortion to a microphone, this is where you can run into feedback. So this would be really cool to be able to do some feedbackless. Wow! My now! Really cool to add a bit of gravel to your voice for free. We got some Hazardous Kicks here. Now you can tell a lot of these sounds have a lot of low end on them. So if you're going to use it for something like a microphone, you'd probably want to pull out some of the low end because you're going to get a fair bit of unless you're doing some beatboxing or something like that. Oh, so I'm just going through the presets. Oh, this one's interesting. This is next of bin. So again, something interesting. Hello, Gary Hubbs. Gary Hubbs is in the house. Fair bit of distortion on this as well too. Really good for distortion on vocals. Wow! Now this one's a fair bit clearer. So you can tell here there's a condenser on this one. If I take out some of the gain here, you're probably not going to get as much of that distortion. What's beautiful, the EQ can really change this up and give it some brightness, to bring in some cavity there. I love the way this actually sounds like I'm in a bin. Don't put baby in the bin. Let's add some size to this. Hey. Whoa! Now, if you like a sound effect, all you have to do... In fact, if you like a sound effect, all you have to do is hit save, and you can save this. Can I come up with a pun? Okay. It's been a long time. There we go. So there's my preset I've saved. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Okay. We have also, if we jump out of here, now your presets will go in here. Where were we up to? Next of bin mix. Since you've been on bass, man, interesting sound on a voice, but it does sound like you're stuck inside a bin. Really cool. This is a Trash Bandicoot mix. Give it some gain. There we go, and a bit of size. We can take this mix down a bit. Hello. Wow. Now here is a perfect kind of one for some screamy vocals. If we take it out of here, you've just got a clear mic, but and no feedback. That's what you want. This perfect little mic just to add a little bit of crunch to some vocals. If you're doing some screamy vocals, anything crazy, and you're not going to get any feedback. And it's free. Good stuff. We got Trash Test Dummies. Once there was this girl who got into an accident. Waste Management drums. And a really good guitar. So this is probably going to sound good on a guitar as well. And there's my one. It's been a long time. Cool. All right, let's turn that off. So yeah, vocals, good for some screamy stuff. Maybe good to have an extra layer of a sound effect underneath. Maybe a third vocal track to have some kind of interesting reverb for, you know, if you've got some multi-tracks. So just get the juices flowing, thinking about things that you could do with this. Let's grab an electric guitar first, shall we? And hopefully, so I'm going to have to mess around with some leads here. Just give me a sec, guys. I actually previously set this up, but not well enough. So we got the sex guitar today. We can flick over to the other screen. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I've already got Rhino on this guitar. Let's introduce it. Maybe. So I've got sound. There's a bit of sound there. Let's grab this camera so you can see a bit more of the guitar instead of my ugly head. And cool. Let's go through these tones here. We'll get a second screen up there so you can see what's actually happening. And we'll load up these factory. We've got this, where is it? Thrash metal guitar. Trash metal guitar. Let's see what this does when we add it. So this is our tone. It's already a pretty nice tone for some thrash. Whoa! Now, didn't that come to life? Holy shit. Wow, that really turned it into a thrashy tone. It's from a really degenty tone. We can add some bass back in there. Let's see what happens when we add some size to this sucker. So a bit of natural reverb. Wow. So even if you had an LFO running on this, keeping this going, we get some really interesting sounds. Hey, Sai. Interesting, yeah? So out of this simple little tone, even if we take the distortion out now, give it some output. Take out some of that low end. Really cool. Take out some of this cavity here. So you're going to get some interesting sounds with this sucker. Let's check out the other metal stuff that's in here. What have we got? Trash Bandicoot? Maybe. Nice bit of edge on there. Charge up the gain a bit. So as you can see, it's a bit more than just a pile of rubbish, just a rubbish bin, because you've also got a free EQ in there. You can really just turn everything off, turn down the bin kind of stuff, and you've got a little free EQ in there. Interesting. I think it's really cool. Let's throw it on top of some piano, shall we? We'll turn off this. Hey, Mr. Smith, hope you're doing well. And sigh. We can end by grabbing an acoustic, but I think there's more crunch in there than anything else if you're going to use it with a guitar, which is kind of cool. So tomorrow on the show, guys, we're looking at this new app called Caelum. You're not going to want to miss it because Caelum is pretty damn good. It's an incredible app, actually. Just to show you, you can become an amazing pianist really easily. So I have a scale I've selected here. I've chosen an R&B scale. I'll show you their full screen. I've chosen an R&B scale and a performance. And I've locked these keys here to play these notes in these chords in this scale. So you can see when I hold my mouse over these chords, they appear up on the keys. Really nice. So when I play here on my keyboard, look what happens. You're going to love this app tomorrow. It's really amazing. Even if we add some key locks here and just choose some chord notes. So basically what it means is I can play along on the rest of my keyboard. And play within the scale. I can play any note I want and I'll never fuck up. How good's that? So we'll throw something on this as well. Let's hear the bin on this. And you should be able to get with this some really interesting kind of lo-fi sounds. Let's try my sound. Now that's distorted. Where's my one here? Oh, it hasn't saved it. So cool. So you can get some really dirty, crunchy stuff in there. Add some bass in. Let's mix up the scale a little bit. Let's change something else. What do we do? Choose something like a ballad or rock pop. Pop ballads. Let's do a pop ballad number 3. We'll change the performance to something else. We'll go in here and choose like a common 11. So without it, quite a crunchy sound. So you're able to create something really nice and crunchy in there. That's enough of that. We're going to look at Scalar tomorrow. You're going to love Scalar. It's really wicked. I definitely think it's one of the best apps of the year. If you're not good at playing piano or anything like that, you're absolutely going to love Scalar. It's worth the money, I can tell you. Shall we throw something on these drums? I think so. It really does sound great on drums. There's no denying it, yeah? To create some really thick, crunchy, low end. Crazy distortion. bass in here as well, shall we? We'll throw on the Dustbin on Agonizer. Go through the sounds, find something interesting. Well, that's some dirty. There we go. So you can hear what's going on there. We've got this, and it's just dirtied it up a bit. We can add some bass to it. Awesome stuff. What a fun app. Absolutely free. If you haven't downloaded it by now, I don't know what you're thinking, because you can always throw it away if you don't like it, because it might be a pile of rubbish to you. Boom. Good stuff. All right. Well, that's me out of here for today. I hope you've had a bit of fun, had a bit of a good chat, hang out with each other, and listen to some silly sounds as we played with the amazing Caelum audio dustbin, garbage bin, trash can, whatever, however you like to call it. It's far from that. It's absolutely free, made for a bit of a laugh, a bit of fun. And what more do you want from an app apart from having some fun? If you're not having fun making music, go do fucking something else. You know what I'm saying? And this should contribute to your fun. Tomorrow, as I said, we are taking a look at the incredible Scaler. It's going to be so much fun. It's just an absolute incredible app. You're going to love it. If you're somebody who writes music and you struggle with piano, you've been using GarageBand for a long time and you kind of run out of all the patterns that GarageBand gives you for autoplay, This is what you're going to need. This is something that is going to open you up to playing some really amazing piano stuff on your songs with absolute ease. Super simple. Just be able to play one chord, one key, and let it do all the work. It's so good. Alrighty. Remember, folks, do the things that make you happy. Remember, mistakes make you better, and we shall all rise together. And I will see you tomorrow for a lot of Scalar fun. We'll probably go a bit overtime tomorrow because there's a lot to Scalar. There's so much to it, but it's a really fun app, and you're definitely going to love it. Alrighty. Thanks for being here. Remember, hit the like on the way out. If you haven't subscribed already and you're new to the channel, watching it for the first time, hit the subscribe. It helps. You know what I'm saying? Adios, amigos. Bye-bye. Until tomorrow. Oh, yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Get fucked.
Stunning. 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 Stunning.